Reproduction in plants, class 7th, chapter 12. Reproduction is the process of production of new individuals from their parents. The production of new individual from the parents of the same species. So this is called reproduction. Reproduction is one of the most important characteristics of the living organism. It helps in the continuity of life, in increasing the population of any species, and in the evolution of the most favorable variations over a period of time. In a plant body, the different parts of the plant are roots, stems, leaves, branches, flower, fruit. Out of these parts of the plants, root, stems and leaves are called vegetative parts, and the reproductive parts of the plant are the flower. In plants, there are two main types of reproduction, and they are asexual reproduction and sexual reproduction. Asexual reproduction. In asexual reproduction, new plants without the help of seeds. New plants are produced without the help of seeds. Sexual reproduction. In sexual reproduction, new plants are produced from seeds. Seeds are produced, and from the seed, new plant is produced. Asexual reproduction. In plants, there are different types of asexual reproduction, and these types are vegetative propagation, budding, fragmentation, and spore formation. We will study one by one these methods. First is vegetative propagation. In this method, new plants are produced from the vegetative parts like the root, stem or leaves. Root, stem and leaves, they are the vegetative parts of the plant. For example, if the stem cutting of a rose plant or money plant is planted in the soil, then we can get a new plant of the rose or money plant respectively. Potato, you have seen potato. Potato has small buds. These buds are called eyes. If a part of the potato with an eye is cut and planted in the soil, we can get a new plant of potato. If a part of the ginger is planted in the soil, then we can get a new ginger plant. Bryophyllum. Bryophyllum plant, it is also called patharchat in Hindi. So this has buds in the leaf. If a part of the leaf with bud is planted in the soil, we can get a new plant. If a part of a cactus plant is planted in the soil, then we can get a new plant. So here we can grow a new plant by the vegetative parts. So these are the methods of vegetative propagation. Children, here you are seeing pics. Stem cutting of rose. Stem cutting of rose like this. If it is planted in the soil, then we can get a rose plant. Money plant, here the pic of the money plant has been shown. Now potato plant sprouting from the eyes. You can see in the pic. Ginger with new plants. From the ginger, new plants are arising. From the bryophyllum, buds, leaves are from the bryophyllum leaves, buds, new plants are arising. And similarly in the cactus plant also. Budding. For example, yeast. In this method, a small projection called bud is formed on the parent plant, for example yeast cell, and the bud grows and becomes a new yeast cell. The new yeast cell also grows and produces more yeast cell. In this method of reproduction, the nucleus of the parent body divides into two, and one of the nuclei goes into the bud. When the bud gets matured, it detaches itself from the parent body and becomes an independent individual. Spore formation. Some bacteria and lower forms of life reproduce through spores. This is the most common method of asexual reproduction in most of the fungi and bacteria. The spore, this is a small single-celled reproductive body which is covered by a thick and hard protective coating. This protective layer helps it to survive under unfavorable conditions such as extremely high temperature, lack of food and water, etc. When the conditions become favorable, the thick coating breaks open and the spores germinate to produce new plant. The mucor, fern, moss and breadmouth, that is called rhizopus, reproduces asexually by spore formation. White fluffy mass growing on the surface of moist stale bread is the germinating spores of rhizopus.